when I first graduated from college, I came back to Pasadena and I was hired as a swim and water polo coach at Blair High School. I ended up coaching at Blair and Pasadena High School, and during that time I was also a substitute teacher. So immediately I was working with youth, I was helping them to grow and develop. It's kind of interesting, you know, you embark upon a path that you didn't expect. And one of the guys who I coached in high school is now helping me with this particular process. Because years later he found me on Facebook and said, "You're running? I can't believe it. How can I help?" So soon after that I worked internationally. So I was in the Peace Corps, I was in Guatemala. And what's relevant about that is I was doing very similar community organizing and working with government officials, working with NGOs, working with neighbors and community members, but I did it in another language, in another culture, in a place where I didn't really know anyone. And I think that experience really sharpened and honed my skills for organizing, for communication, and for building relationships. Soon after that, I came back, I went to graduate school, and then I started a really wonderful part of my career, and that was working for the Neighborhood Connections Office. Some of the people in the room met me through that particular experience, but I was in charge of informing, coordinating, advocating for, assisting, organizing the city's over 80 neighborhood associations, and I did that for over 10 years. I was pretty much at community meetings like this every night and about half the weekends out of the year. And so I'm extremely familiar not only with the issues of this district, but of the entire city and issues that neighbors face, issues and mechanisms by which they can be assisted. I'm extremely knowledgeable about everything from speed humps to street trees, everything in between neighbor to neighbor issues, because I've had just such a wonderful experience assisting the neighborhood associations. Since that time, I've been working for a nonprofit here in town, and we're focused on youth development and violence prevention and intervention. And as a result of that experience, as well as the neighborhood associations, I know many of the city staff members, I know commissioners, I know elected officials, as not only city council, but also school board, and then as well as PCC board of trustees. So I'm very knowledgeable about what they do, what their responsibilities are, but then also how to access them. I also wanted to talk about a couple of the projects I've worked on. I've been a part of advisory boards, multiple advisory boards, and one of them is Rebuilding Together, and over a period of 10 years it helped to rehab over 100 homes for low-income, disabled, and families that didn't have access to those types of services. I also have been, the last 10 years, a part of a group called City of Learning. City of Learning is, we're really lucky here in Pasadena because we are actually a city of learning. So we have 5 major institutions. There's Art Center, there's Pacific Oaks, there's Fuller, PCC, and Caltech. And so the City of Learning is focused on bringing all of those together and helping to create what is known as lifelong learning and opportunities for education for everyone in the city. Another one recently, the last 2 I wanted to mention, one is the Youth Master Plan. So I've been helping to shepherd a process by which we are creating a children and youth master plan for the city. It's interesting, we have plans for most everything else. We have plans for street trees and we have plans for parks, but we don't have a plan for kids. So for the last couple of years, we've been working with a wide variety of nonprofit organizations to make that happen, and the city. And then the last one is called Collaborate Pasadena. So for me, one of the big issues in this city is public education. Collaborate Pasadena has been a conversation between the school district and the city to talk about how to work together, how to support one another, how the city can be more creative in supporting public education in this city. So as a result of all of those experiences, I find myself to be extremely well qualified for this position.